After 3 years of building everything ourselves, I have faith.
Pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're the king of sketch.
It's true.
It's time to admit defeat. You're not in a harness, be careful.
I know, I almost died.
We've got a lot of irons in the fire. Stick around, I'll see you in 10 years. And today is full of deliveries.
Tomorrow, we're getting concrete.
They're here. And a big decision to bring in a professional. Oh. Good morning, everybody. We are just waking up to a gorgeous but super hot day, finishing up the roof, or as much of it as we can, while we wait for a huge delivery today. I'm very happy to announce we have decided to hire out drywall on the garage. They're here. Good morning.
Going.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Let me move this car and then you guys can pull up all the way in the driveway.
We'll probably need that ram move.
Okay. All right, we'll move both of them out of your way. Okay, yeah. Right on time, the drywall has arrived. You want us to move this truck then too?
Yeah, well, the drywall is gonna go in there.
Okay. All right, we have to shift a couple things around, clear the space. These guys are delivering drywall for both garage additions and the casita. And now the big test today is hopefully they can stage all of the sheets of drywall for the casita upstairs by booming it up into the windows, which they are confident in, so we are confident in. But I'm hoping nothing bad happens in that process. You guys know that we try to basically do everything we can. We try to save as much money as possible. And this is a job that we can do. We don't do it very well. So we've learned that, you know, it's something that becomes very visible at the final product and it's worth it to hire out. It's still hard for Trent to justify hiring out drywall because he knows he can do it. Honestly, even if we did have the time, it is so hard to make drywall look perfect. And that's like really the goal, is when you have a finished house, you want the walls to look good. You don't want to see tape seams everywhere. And we tried as hard as we could in the house, and we tried really hard, and we tried a little bit hard in the main part of the garage, and we're hiring it out. I think it's the smarter choice. To tell from this angle, but these guys are already doing an amazing job by protecting the window and like putting some protective barrier around it so that they don't accidentally scratch or break anything as they're pulling drywall sheets in through the window. Wow, look at that fit! Meant to be.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
It's a long story, but basically Trent got punched in the throat last night at jiu-jitsu, so he's fine, but his throat really hurts, so it hurts to talk.
I didn't get punched. I got poked.
Poked in the throat.
Very aggressively in the throat. And the inside of my throat is like swollen and hurts, and it's hard to swallow and talk. I'm sorry.
I got my eyes on on you, and you got no clue what I'm supposed to do. I can't help myself.
Trent is out here multitasking, trying to finish up all of the trim around this lower roof so that as soon as the drywall is done being delivered, they can start actually putting panels on the upper roof on this side. And that's the last section we have, and then this roof will be done. It's hot, it's early, so I know it's gonna get hotter. But he's on a mission today. We have actually used LKL in the past for drywall delivery, and they have done an unbelievable job. Not only are they super professional, they show up on time, they always have the material we're looking for, and they're so much fun to work with. If you ever need any drywall, actually they do even more. They do like siding and roofing as well. Yeah, if we had known that they did roofing, we definitely would have ordered roofing. But if you need anything for stuff like that, LKL is who you need to go through. They're the best.
What I'm supposed to do, I can't help myself. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
Got it? Yep. Thank you.
Nice. How sketchy was it doing that through the window?
We do that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
In fact, those ones we usually just pop that window pane out
Oh yeah.
and pop it back in.
It went way smoother than if we had tried to do it.
Very true.
Have you heard about the latest thing? Everybody's jacking in.
You look like Leo.
He does this?
Yeah. All done.
All done?
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
It's like supposed to be like this, but he just...
Like that?
Yeah. All done.
Yeah, I'm all done too.
Yeah.
Under your wing, everything is alright. Nothing ever will be quite the same.
And just like that, drywall has been delivered. LKL did an amazing job. Everything is in the room where it actually needs to be put up in place. And tomorrow, we're having our drywall crew come and start getting to work. They said it'll take like 1 or 2 weeks, which is very impressive considering it would have taken us 1 or 2 months to do all of that. So I'm excited to see their workflow and like how quickly they're able to get it up. And in the meantime, we just gotta finish focusing on this roof.
Our baby bird is gone.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Where would it go?
Probably the circle of life is my guess. I don't know. It didn't
No.
really look big enough yesterday to be.
This morning I saw the mom sitting on the nest.
There's another egg in there.
What?
Yeah. There's no baby bird.
I saw both parents like this morning.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably still using it. There's no baby bird in there.
Did something get to it?
I don't know. That's my assumption.
It was not old enough to fly. There's like a bunch of nest particles on the ladder now.
I think those were there though.
I don't understand that. We've been so careful to not disturb the nest, to work around it as much as possible. Whenever we see the parents nearby with a worm in their mouth, we stop everything and back away so they can go feed the baby. I saw them this morning. I didn't look for the baby. I just like kind of chatted with the mom for a second from the deck. She was over by the nest. I did see the parents chasing off a squirrel 3 or 4 days ago, but squirrels don't eat baby birds. Maybe they eat eggs, but not birds. There's lots of predators, so it could have been anything, but that makes me really sad. as much as I would love to stay and help these guys, I'm actually doing something very unusual for me this afternoon, and I think I'm going to take you guys along as well.
All right, I guess we'll see you later. You're going to get your hair cut?
Secret's out. I'm getting my hair cut.
Sorry, I didn't know you guys didn't know. Brandon and I are gonna be staying here, working on the roof. We got both of our end caps on. We've got about a third of our end wall flashing on right here. As soon as this is done, we can put on our continuous, there's too many names. As soon as the end wall flashing is done, then we can put on our drip edge, and then we can start cutting our panels and getting them installed on the main section of the roof up here. I'm not excited for that, but I am excited for this to be over. So we're gonna bust our butts, we're gonna get to work and see how far we can get today.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season.
I just arrived to get my hair cut, and I haven't gotten my hair cut in probably over a year. And last time I cut my hair, it was a big chop, and I donated like 12 or 14 inches, a lot of it. And since then, I've been just growing it back out and realizing that my hair has changed so much since having had a baby. Like, I am going through a full-blown hair life crisis. My hair texture, the curls, everything is totally different, and I'm finally admitting defeat. I am here at a curl specialist today, and I'm very excited to hear what she thinks I should be changing up in my routine. I know that hair does change after you have a baby. One of my friends who is a hairstylist was actually saying that it might still be leftover hair from the stress and trauma of my pregnancy, delivery, and postpartum stuff. Which I know I have alluded to, but like basically it was a very difficult pregnancy for me. Postpartum was hard because I had to deal with Leo being very, very sick, as well as my own mental health struggles might have affected me more physically than I have given myself credit for. And maybe that has left an imprint on my hair. So I'm hoping to get a couple answers today. Just do a light trim, nothing crazy, and learn to love my hair again. That's all we can really do, is learn to love whatever we've got.
Baby, we should start living now.
Okay, well, that was perfect. My hair hopefully doesn't look too much different, but it feels lighter, bouncier, and we talked a lot about just like what happens after you have a baby. And I don't know if you can see, let me see if I can find it. There's basically regrowth in my roots, and you can see exactly where the trauma from my birth was, like right there. I think my hair is just still in recovery mode after having had Leo, which is a little bit discouraging because it's been almost 2 years and I would love to have bounced back, but having a baby is just like a major life event. It's an identity crisis in all forms, all at once. And it's just taken me a little bit more time than I expected to recover. And that's okay. So I'm excited that my hair does have some like curly regrowth going on. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. There, it's like really curly, and then it just all of a sudden stops and becomes like pretty straight and limp. Like right here. Bloop. It's wild. It's wild how your hair embodies what you're going through and how your hair responds to what you've physically had to deal with in your life. So anyone who's ever had to deal with postpartum depression and is trying to convince themselves that it's all in their head, it's not, because it manifests in your body as well. So take care of yourselves, take care of your body. And if you're going through your own hair life crisis, I feel you, and it's just a new chapter in our life that we're all learning how to deal with. So I'm gonna head back to the house and see where the guys are with the roof.
When I call up,
Hello,
Hey, curly girl.
how's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
You guys look so refreshed and not dying in the sun.
Yeah, we haven't been doing anything.
Good.
We've just been sitting.
I hope you're serious.
Well, we needed this truck to move that trailer, so.
Good. It's legitimately 5,000 degrees out on the roof, so it's important to take breaks. Can I show you something? Can you see like thick curl right here?
Yeah.
And then it just like becomes a different type of hair.
Yeah.
There's like a line.
That's your pregnancy hair.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's coming back.
That's why women chop their hair off when they have a baby.
Yeah.
That
Because
makes sense.
I was like, my hair is dying. Like, I need help. And she was like, it's coming back. It's not dying. And I was like, oh, so I just can't have any more babies.
You
She's
just
like,
need 10 more years of no baby.
Exactly.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Allie has gone through some different stages. She used to have really tight, thick, luscious curls. Her hair was like Mufasa. And then maybe in 10 years, it'll be Mufasa again.
So stay tuned. Stick around. I'll see you in 10 years.
What's up, guys, and good morning. We are getting a very early start on things today. We've got some workers here right now that are actually doing some stuff. So if you hear them in the background, I apologize, but we're getting an early start with our AG1 today, and today's video is sponsored by AG1. Honestly, AG1, if you haven't heard of it, you've probably been living under a rock because it is everywhere. And the reason it's everywhere is because it's amazing. It's a drink that comes packed with 75 vitamins and minerals from whole food sourced ingredients. It tastes great, and it's the way I start my day every single morning. It just gives you this foundation so that if your diet is lacking in any certain category, AG1 picks up the slack. If I don't drink my AG1, I can usually tell within a couple hours of waking up because I just don't feel like I've got the energy to do things. AG1 makes me feel on top of the world. So if you've been waiting to see if AG1 is right for you, I highly recommend jumping on it right now and checking them out. You will not regret it. And if you guys check them out right now, you can click the link in our description, or you can go to drinkag1.com/Trent and Allie, and you'll actually get 5 free travel packs of AG1 plus up to a 1-year supply of vitamin D free with your first purchase. So if you guys haven't checked them out, go ahead and do so now. I wanted to say thanks again to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna finish my AG1, I'm gonna go get dressed, and we're gonna get outside and get to work.
Come tend the garden with me. We have so many seeds to sow. When the harvest comes in, it will be time to share what we have grown. We were having the time of our lives when we started. Everything was groovy, but I'm noticing lately we've been half-hearted. West Side Story don't feel pretty anymore.
So we have a new addition to the team, my nephew Grayson. If you guys remember when we went to Disneyland with my sister and her family, they have actually decided to move back from Wisconsin back to Utah. They actually live here locally, and then her oldest son, Grayson, is an experienced roofer. And so he has come over here to help us finish this roof, and then we're actually gonna keep him around. He's gonna help us with the addition. We're gonna help him learn how to frame and plumb and electrician and all the other different trades that we kind of know how to do now because we've done it once. And yeah, we're very excited to have Grayson.
So excited.
Hey, I'm excited to be here.
Yay.
Hopefully Trent can teach me all his cool skills.
Yeah, and he'll come and show us all the things we've been doing wrong with the roof.
It's actually been a few very big days here. Over the weekend, we ended up finally confirming with a drywalling contractor to drywall, and it looks so good in here. In 2 days, they did both sides of the garage and the casita. Everything was hung, taped, and mudded. And now I think they're gonna come back for like 1 more day is their plan to just do all the finish work, and then it will be done. There has been so much happening, and probably the biggest thing of all is that we're ready for concrete, and we want to get these walls poured as soon as possible because it needs about 2 weeks to dry and set up fully before we can backfill and then start framing. So we've been calling every day. Trent was up at 6 a.m. this morning, actually 5:59. He had the phone ready, and at 6 he pressed dial, and everything was already full. Basically, the concrete shortage just never ends, especially up here where there's just such a short construction season over the summer. So we're working with Jose, we're calling every company possible, trying to get concrete and hoping, fingers crossed, that we can get it sometime this week. This is your tie-off point.
Oh yeah.
It's not sketchy, this is great, this is gonna be fine.
I've seen plenty worse.
First try?
It's going down.
Are you a cowboy? Let's see it.
I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Lasso the roof, Trent.
I don't know who rolled this
Cowboy
up.
Trent.
Cowboy Trent. You got the mustache. Let's see if you got the arm for it. Oh, that's a really long throw. All right, take two. Here we go.
Oh. Perfect throw.
That was like me.
That was like Allie.
That's how I throw. Are you gonna climb on the forks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh, be careful.
flatten it out a little.
Yeah. Woo! Nice elevator.
Yeah, you said you have concrete for tomorrow?
Yes, called in and pay for it.
Yay!
All right, you're the freaking man, Jose.
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, and you need to call in the next 20 minutes, so they don't cancel it for us.
Okay, you have an order number?
Yeah, I texted over to you already.
You have a pump?
Okay, yeah, I'll call. You have a pump?
I'm gonna call for the pump right now.
Okay, I'll go ahead and level that spot out for the pump, so if they tell you that they can't do it, you say, no, Trent built you a pad.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, Jose.
Right.
Yay!
Man, Jose must be in there giving back rubs.
That's awesome.
So that's very exciting. Hero Jose got us in with Parsons to actually have some concrete delivered tomorrow. So I was like waking up at 6 in the morning to try and call to get it like in 4 days, and he got it for tomorrow somehow. So that's amazing. He's calling to get a pump right now, and that means we got our work cut out for us. If you remember last time how the pump was set up, that's not gonna fly again. The pump guy will not do that. So that big stack of rocks that I have right there, I actually need to move that stack of rocks over, and then I actually need to bring a bunch of dirt down and kind of flatten this whole section out where those rocks are so that the pump truck can drive up to the flat section in front of our deck and put his outriggers out. Honestly, it's like, it works out perfectly because now I can actually start moving those rocks and get that stuff done so that it's done today, and Brandon and Grayson can start knocking out the roof, and Grayson is like, could probably just do this by himself because
Yeah.
he's so experienced.
Probably
so.
not.
I'm never giving up on you.
That's hilarious. I moved this entire stack of roof panels one by one at a time. It took me like an hour, and I thought that we were getting them out of the way. We all decided this was the right place to move them to, and of course now, today, Trent needs to use this spot to excavate and like kind of regrade and landscape. So we're literally moving them all the way back where they came from. Before we get started, Trent is actually going to run through the whole process with Grayson to get him familiar with how we've been doing everything and kind of see from Grayson's perspective if what we've been doing is even right, as well as make sure he's super comfortable on the roof, harnessed in, like tied off, and make sure everything is safe and stable and secure. We also have continued to not touch this nest, this robin's nest. I haven't seen the parents. There are no eggs in here. Whatever happened to the baby is just very tragic, and we're very upset about it. The baby just disappeared, so we think something ate it, which is so sad after all we've gone through to protect it and protect the nest and their little family. But just in case they're gonna come back, we're just not gonna touch it for a few more weeks. I think that's like all we can really do.
like overwhelmed with gratitude right now. It's not only just absolutely amazing, and I'm like so happy that my sister and her family have moved back to Utah and that they're gonna be here close by. It's just awesome that Grayson has all this experience with roofing. He's here to help us with roofing, and I know that he's just like a hard worker, and he's like athletic and intelligent, and we're gonna be able to teach him how to do all the things that we need to do the house. So we basically have just gained another team member, you know? I know that a lot of you guys like when Joel was here. We loved when Joel was here, but Joel's back in school basically now. So we have Grayson here right now, and he's gonna be here to help us, and I'm so happy about that. But now while these guys are up here starting to get this roof busted out, I'm gonna start moving these rocks and making a place for the pump truck. Hopefully today is a successful day with few accidents.
Whoa. You're not in a harness, be careful.
I know, I almost died.
Yeah. I don't know if these rocks like get more brittle after they've been just out in the sun for years at a time, or if they're just like stacked in an unprofessional way, just we kind of threw them in place, but they're definitely all breaking. Well, a lot of them are breaking, which is not a big deal. They're still rocks, it still functions. Oh my gosh. But Trent is having, I think, a tougher time than he was expecting moving these rocks.
I think this is gonna work. It's better than it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just hoping the pump guy doesn't show up and say, nope, not doing that, because this time concrete will cost about twice as much because there's about twice as much concrete. I want to call Jose and see what's he's got figured out.
It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods, lost as I should.
Pepe,
Jose.
I think we're gonna have to split the dinero from the videos.
Oh yeah?
Hey, you make me say I want hamburguesas.
You saw that, huh?
I need to see all the comments because they may say, hey, he's so freaking fat and he's still asking for hamburguesas. I got the pump, and the first thing he told me, he says, I need a flat spot where to put my pump.
Okay.
If not, I won't come out.
Is it the same guy?
Yes.
Okay. I moved a bunch of rocks and I leveled out a big spot in front of the house. I think he should be able to do it. I can take a picture and send it to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thanks, Jose.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Jose's a good dude.
Jose is a great dude.
We're safe under the trees. You tell me about your secrets, and I'm falling madly. You'll catch me right. I'll be alright.
Oh man. Hiring a drywall crew is probably the best money I've ever spent on my house. And we learned, you know, we did our own drywall and we regretted it. And now we've hired someone to do the drywall and it looks amazing. It looks really nice in here. I'm super stoked on this. The one thing that I am noticing is that even though I thought we made a huge bathroom, we made this bathroom like, I think 2 feet larger than it was supposed to be. It still feels pretty dang small in here. especially like once the shower's in here, it's like, it's tight. It's a small bathroom, but they've got this fully drywalled, taped, mudded. They've got all this taped and mudded. They're doing finishing coats in the TRX garage, finishing coats in the man cave, and then they're gonna come up here and do some more finishing coats. And now all that's left to do is move Rusty, and I think our concrete pump guy is gonna be able to get up here and get set up, which means tomorrow we're getting concrete.
While we're moving Rusty, we're just gonna see if we can move him as far as possible out of the way. I have faith.
Pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're the king of sketch.
It's true.
Pass the jiggle test.
That's all we care about.
Wow.
This is cool, dude. And now, a very well-deserved lunch break.
I just want to tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care.
Things are going good.
Yeah.
Things are going pretty well. I mean, now that we have Grayson here, he's helping with the roof, which he's like a roofing professional. He's done more roofing than any of us.
Yeah,
and he's
true.
done standing seam, which is like the type of roof that we are doing. So I'm very, very grateful to have him here, and it allowed me to get all the excavation done. And I'm pretty sure that the concrete pump is going to be able to be in a safe, level spot where we're going to be able to pump all of the walls and all of the piers. I got my fingers crossed.
We're just trying to avoid any mishaps that could potentially happen.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Don't even put it out there.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not even
put
gonna
it out there.
It's gonna be great.
Anyway, we think things are going to go well, and hopefully you guys do too. And I think this is probably where we're going to call it for today. So if you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.